Hi, good morning, everyone. So, welcome to our MIL class or Media and Information Literacy class. So, before we proceed to our discussion, let's just have a short activity. Okay, so let's have the 4 weeks, one word activities. So, the concepts that we're going to have in this activity are all connected with the discussion that we're going to have on the latter part. So, yeah, you know the drill with the 4 picks one word. So each of these pictures has connection to the word that we are going to define. So what do you think would be the words that we are looking for with this? One, two, three, four, five. Good job. We are talking about the books. How about the next one? Yeah, we have this stereo, this waves. What do you think? Five, four, three, two, one. Very good. It's radio. Well, a quick fact. Now we have here Guglielmo Marconi. He is an Italian inventor of radio. So he first received and sent radio signals in Italy way back 1895. So from then on, radio it was being discovered or being acknowledged, of course. Next picture, let's have here this. Yeah, TV networks and so on and so forth. What is it could be this picture? I mean, this concept. Five, four, three, two, one. Good job. It's television. How about this? I know for sure you are very much particular with these pictures that we have. Five, four, three, two, one. Good job. We are talking about the internet now. So we have the literal net here, the basketball net. Okay. So yeah, I know for sure, or you know for a fact that this subject is all about media, accessing the internet, using the television, having the radio, looking into magazines and newspapers. But before we proceed, I have a question for everyone. How will you show that you are a responsible user of media and information? Yeah, definitely, no. A responsible user of media and information is someone who really thinks carefully before posting, before sharing, or interacting or reacting, no, online. So this means you are, of course, verifying the accuracy of the content, choosing credible resources, and avoiding, of course, misinformation. No, as a responsible media users as well, we need to take note of the terms copyright, no, or giving credit where the credit is due, respecting someone's privacy. Now we need to be critical, we need to be cautious and considerate, and we need to make it sure that um the social media per se, no, is a good place wherein we create a more safer environment, especially nowadays marami nang uma-access ng internet. So we need to be more truthful, more positive digital environment for everyone. That should be our advocacy, no, since we are all using the media. Okay, so there are pros and cons of new media. Okay, what are those? So first one, we have the digital divide. No? So when we say digital divide, no, it's as its definition suggests, no, it is defined as socioeconomic disparity between those who do and those who do not have access to digital technology and media such as internet. So if in a more simple definition, it's socioeconomic disparity. So it's socioeconomic differences, no, between individuals that could and could not access the internet. So example, urban versus rural areas. No? So students from the city have faster Wi-Fi at home, no, compared to the rural areas. Okay? Most of the time, some of the students who are living in the rural areas, they are more uh, they are depending more on a weaker mobile data, or some don't have an internet connection at all, or even another example would be students with device and students that don't have device at all. So to those who have device, it is easier for them to have online classes or to do their research, their assignments. No, while the others, um, they need to still share phones with their parents or with their siblings, and it'll be hard for them to participate equally now compared to those who have the access. Or it could be the families with high income and the low income, the very common example. So wealthier families could easily access or afford updated gadgets and of course a stable internet, while the low income family or households are still struggling to have basic smartphone. You see the difference, no? It's digital divide. Okay. Or it could be tech savvy individual versus those with low digital skills. No? um like for example, those who are more experienced when it comes to work, no, like let's say they are quite more experienced, seasoned one, no, but they are quite older, compared to the young ones, no. Minsan yung mga young ones, they are the tech savvy, while who are those kind of old, no, they are trying, no, but there are struggles, no. So merong disparity, no, merong difference between the two, no. Or minsan may mga tao that they are chronologically online, no, some naman they are not. That's the difference, no? Also, we have the children who are exposed to technology at meron namang mga bata na hindi masyadong exposed with the technology. Okay? So those are the possible disparity that we could see, no, or that we could observe when we talk about the digital divide. Okay, another one. By the way, before, I mean, there are things now that we need to consider, take consideration, no, in order for us to be somehow computer literate. Kasi we are on an era wherein there is really a need for us to be that knowledgeable enough when it comes to the usage of computer, no, cell phones, smartphones, laptops, and so on and so forth. So una, you need to make sure that you have the hardware literacy. You need to make sure that you know the parts, you know how to use it, like the mics, the webcam, the cameras, not the SSDs, not the flash drive, and so on and so forth. We need to make sure that we are familiar with those in order for us to easily manipulate, the gadget or that one. Next one is the software literacy. Refers to learning how to use various kinds of applications. No? So alam na natin kung paano mag-open ng computer, alam na natin yung mga parts ng computer. Another task for us to do is to, of course, have the software literacy. Kailangan marunong tayo mag-type sa Word, to na create a format, a Word file, have your own PowerPoint presentation, convert PDF, open PDF, manipulate the Google Drive, and so on and so forth. Kahit na pag manonood tayo ng Netflix, no, you need to know how to open that and to control, right? So, yeah. So next, another social media woes demand would be the public domain, now defined as the end of the copyright period for a work at which point the public may begin to access it for free. So when we say public domain, no, ito na yung stage when a certain work's copyright has already been expired and it allows the public to use it freely. So once a work enters a public domain, anyone can copy, share, adopt, or use it for any purpose without asking permission. Pero this is still important for us to check if a material truly belongs to the public domain before using it. No? Ano ba yung mga examples ng public domain? Una, all literary classics, no? Just like books, no, like Pride and Prejudice, Shakespearean's work, no, they are free to use because their copyright has long expired. Classical musics, it could be old paintings and artworks, no, government publications, no, like government documents, laws, and publications. Example, DepEd memorandum, CHED policies, no, they are public domain unless uh, otherwise stated or na-renew yung kanyang copyright. No? Images provided as public domain, so websites like in a certain websites just like Wikimedia, Pixabay, and so on and so forth. No? Expired patents, yun nga yung sinasabi natin. I mean, yeah, it's still part of public domains. Um, the key idea here is that public domain means free to use, no? But users must still ensure the material is truly not owned or copyrighted by someone. No, baka kasi nalilito tayo or magamit natin one time and then we get pain, no, because of we used someone's else work, no. Next one is the copyright. When we say copyright, it sets of rights granted to the author or the creator of a work to restrict others' ability to copy, redistribute, and reshape the content, no. um ano ba mga examples ng copyright? Una, using a song in a video without permission. Kaya 'di ba yung Facebook, sometimes when you upload a video and then not supported ng Facebook yung kanta, hindi tumutugtog, no? There would be no sound of that song. No, kasi to avoid no that song being copyrighted. Okay. Um, Copying a chapter of a book and posting it online, hindi po siya pwede, no? Um, Sharing scanned pages of a textbook or novel on social media without the author's approval, it violates the copyright. Downloading pirated movies or ebooks. No, wag na po tayo magtangka. 'Di ba? Just like for example, si Netflix, napakatindi ng kaniyang, what do you call that? Security or protection dun sa movies na meron sila. Kapag screenshot ka, dati naaalala ko, pwede mo pa siyang ma-screenshot tapos may picture. Pero ngayon, hindi na pwede, no? Napakahirap na. Imagine, it's just a picture, pero sobrang protected siya. Kaya nga, di ba yung mga may piratang CDs before, hindi ko, I don't know if you could still, if you were able to experience that, no, watching movies na from pirated CDs. Dati talaga makambentahan yan, no? Pero hinuhuli sila kasi nga bawal siya. Okay? Getting free copies of movies, music, or books from illegal websites is copyright infringement. So alam nyo na, kung ginagawa niyo yan, you are violating the copyright of the author. Next one, using images from Google without credit or permission. Kaya it's really important. Kahit simpleng picture lang, lagay po tayo ng credit. Photos in Google are not automatically free to use. They belong to their original creators. Take note. Teacher photocopying an entire book for students, it's not allowed as well. Photocopying small portions of for educational use is allowed, but copying the entire book without permission is not. No, so alam nyo na. Even if students copying someone else's artwork or claiming it as their own work. Okay, take note. Even if it's just for school, it is still violates the artist's copyright. No? Software piracy, installing paid software, using cracked versions or shared keys is illegal as well. No, it violates the copyright of the author or the creator. So another social media woes would be the hacking, no? Break into a server website and to remote from a remote location to steal or damage. You know what this mean already. Cyberbullying, a general term to refer to negative behavior commonly done online by people. So take note, no, we are already been protected by this law, RA 10627 or the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013, known as the Special Protection of Children Against Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. No, you can be detained kapag when you committed cyberbullying in the internet. No, there are a lot of possible ways for you to commit cyberbullying. No, so wag na wag po nating gagawin yan because it's bad. No, at pwede po kayo makasunod. Okay, next one would be okay, flaming. Send an angry, critical, or disparaging electronic message. Lagi niyong tatandaan, mga anak, kahit gaano tayo kagalit, no, don't dare to send something negative, no, or bad, or na to someone, no, lalo na kung medyo makaka-down yun sa tao. That would really damage that person. Sabi nga nila, when emotions is high, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. No? So always breathe 1 to 3, and then after that you decide. Trolling, to post deliberately inflammatory articles in an internet discussion. No, may mga trolls ba tayo dito? All right, so let's proceed with this one, the evolution of media. Starting with this. Yeah, picture analysis. Ano bang nakakita natin? Yan. It's very obvious, no? There is this evolution na nangyari, no? So these are our objectives: explain the evolution media affected the character of people in society, determine how media started and how it progressed. So there are four eras in the history of the communication. The first one is the pre-industrial age. As its name suggests, it's pre-industrial, before industrialization happened. This happened before the 17,000s or 1700s rather. People discovered fire, developed paper from plants, and forged weapons and tools with stone, bronze, copper, and iron. Examples are the cave paintings, no? Yeah, we have here this picture. Yeah, good example is the cave of Lascaux. No, this cave was accidentally discovered by Marcel Ravidat, no, on September 12, 1940. Also, we have the clay tablets. Alam naman ninyo to. Bago pa magkaroon ng tablet, no, ang iPad, bago pa magkaroon ng tablet, ang Samsung, no, the prehistoric people already had their own tablets, the clay tablets, used for writing, especially for writing cuneiform. Cuneiform is one of the oldest forms of writing somewhere in Persia, Mesopotamia, no? This means of communication was used for over 3,000 years, imagine, in 15 different languages. Papyrus, made from the piece of papyrus plant, no, it is used in ancient times as writing surface to designate documents written on its sheets rolled up to scrolls. No? Ayan. So, pre-industrial age, other examples would be this, the Acta Diurna, Libao in China, Codex, and printing press. Industrial age, no, it's during 1700s to 1930s, wherein people used the power of steam, develop machine tools, establish iron production, and the manufacturing of various products. So it includes books through printing press. So for the printing press, no, is for mass production during the 19th century. So typically used for text, no, device that applies pressure to an inked surface resting upon the print medium like paper or cloth. No, yan, nakakapag-print na ng mga text in a cloth or in a paper. So, printing press po, mass production. Next one is the telegraph, used for long-distance communication by transmitting electrical signals over a wire laid between stations. Ayan. Also, have the Morse code, no, proposed by Samuel F.B. Morse. Yan. Meron siyang, kaya that's why it's code, no? You need to decode it, no, bago natin maintindihan yung message. Marunong ba kayo mag-interpret ng Morse code? Kasi ako hindi. Motion picture, known as film or movie, still photos on a film, no, projected rapidly, mabilis succession para maipakita na it's moving, no, by means of light. Ayan. Okay. Other examples would be newspaper, typewriter, telephone, commercial motion pictures with sound, and punch cards. Take note of those. Ayan. These are the example. Number three is the electronic age. During the 1930s to 1980s, this is the time wherein the transistor, no, was being invented. And it is being used during this time, the electronic period, wherein the transistors led, no, the radio and electronic circuits and the early computers. Okay, long distance communication became more efficient, no? Hindi na kagaya dati na magsusulat ka pa sa clay, sa tablet, no, for you to communicate. So yeah, we have the transistor radio, small portable radio wherein nakaka-receive ng frequency, no, that uses transistor. Yan. Ay yung mga examples niyan. Large electronic computers, the result was the ENIAC, no, the electronic numerical integrator and computer built within 1943 to 1945. It was the first programmable electronic and general purpose Digital computer. No, medyo malaki pa siya. Mainframe computers, informally called as mainframe or big iron, used by large organizations for critical applications or bulk data processing. Mas malaki na yung data na nai-store nito compared to the first one. Other examples, we have the television during the 1941. No, medyo bulky talaga yung TV. Personal computers, we have the HP or the Hewlett Packard um 9100A and Apple One. No, OHP, overhead projector, and then the LCD projector. So overhead projector, medyo naabutan ko pa siya. Yan, ito yon. Gumagamit yun ng acetate, no, para mare-reflect. Yan, we have the TV before and then the TV nowadays. Last one is the new age or information age. During the 1900s to 2000s, early the new millennium, the internet paved way for faster communication and the creation of the social network. Okay. People advanced the use of microelectronics with the invention of personal computers, mobile phones, mobile devices that we are using nowadays, wearable technology such as smartwatches, voice, image, and sound data are digitized. Digitalized rather. We are now living in the information age. No, napakapalad natin. Like we are capable to use the laptop. We could browse the internet and then have the Facebook, no, Google Meet, no, if it is needed. Smartphones, no, napaka gamit na gamit. We also have the web browsers, blogs, social networks, microblogs, and so on and so forth. Some of the social networks here, baka hindi nyo nakilala, no? Baka ang kilala nyo na ay Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, no, TikTok. Pero ito mga to during the early 2000s, na video, YouTube, no, 20 years ago we had YouTube and we have YouTube and it still has it, no? Video chat, the Skype, hindi ko alam kung may Skype pa. Google Hangouts. Search engines just like the Google Chrome, no, Yahoo. No, hindi ko alam kung nagagamit pa ang Yahoo pero parang medyo. And so Safari for Apple. Portable computers just like netbooks, tablets, no, iPads, wearable technology, the smartwatches, no. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Any questions or clarifications? If you do have, you know where to contact me. That's it. God bless in everyone.